إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا فعلمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا كريم. Indeed, all praise is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him, repent to Him, and seek His forgiveness and help. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil of our own selves and of our wicked deeds. Whomsoever Allah guides, no one can lead astray, and whomsoever Allah leads astray, no one can guide. And inshallah, today we'll carry on talking about Imam Ahmad. The trial in his time, he went through a trial more than any other Imam went through. And he went through this trial of this issue called the creation of the Quran. There was a group called the Mu'tazila, and they started off even before the time of Imam Abu Hanifa, but they never came up until the time of Imam Ahmad, when they really started to show. Now, what happened? This group of people, they came along and they said, the Quran is not the word of Allah, it is the creation of Allah, because speech is created and speech came after Allah. Therefore, the Quran is speech and it is created like you and me. It is not the words of Allah. So therefore, they are implying that the words of Allah are not perfect. And they said they used the words and the evidences of philosophy, and they came out at the time of Harun al-Rashid. And he died soon, and Al-Khalifa al-Ma'mun, he came up, and then Al-Mu'tasim, his brother, followed by his son Al-Bathiq. And Al-Ma'mun, he didn't believe in that, but there was a man who came out. He was a scholar. He understood scholar in religion, but he was affected by the philosophy and the dialects of the Greeks and so on and so forth. He made up this thing, and he came to the Khalifa al-Ma'mun, and he convinced him about the khalq of the Quran. He influenced him, and he believed what he believed. At first, Khalifa al-Ma'mun, he did not impose it on people. He said, I believe in it, but he did not impose it. But then this man, he said, no, you have to tell the people, this is a part of our religion, and you have to agree on it. And if you don't agree, it is disbelief. So then after 3 years, Al-Ma'mun, he stood up on this rampage. He said, everybody must accept it. And he came to all his workers and his government officials, and he said, start with my judges and start with the scholars that work for me. They have to believe in it. And it was about 30,000 imams. And many of them, they yielded. They all said that the Quran is created, but only a number of them, some of them, they did a trick. They said the Quran, the Zabur, the Injil, and the Torah, these four, they are created, meaning my 4 fingers are created. The government, they understood, and the Khalifa, he liked it, and he said, okay. Finally came Imam Ahmad, and 3 friends were his contemporaries. They came to him, and they asked him the question, what do you say? They said, the Quran is the word of Allah, not created. The Khalifa, he ordered that they be put in chains and brought as prisoners. When they came to that, 2 of his friends, they yielded. They said, no, it's created. They couldn't withstand it, and they were left behind. On his way, Imam Ahmad, he made a dua. He said, oh Allah, do not let me meet Al-Ma'mun. The second day, they came back and they said, you have to be returned. Why? He said, your sentence has been suspended. The Khalifa has died. But before that, Al-Mu'tazim, his brother, he took over. And Al-Mu'tazim, he wasn't a scholar. He was a military commander. So he was tough and he was ruthless. And his brother, Al-Ma'mun, he loved him a lot. And Al-Ma'mun, before he died, requested something. He said, make sure that there is no alim or judge except that you make sure that he believes and says that the Quran is created. And Al-Mu'tasim, he did not care about anything else. All he wanted is to carry out his brother's order. I don't care who it is. And so he carried it out again. And so Imam Ahmad, he was brought into chain one more time. On his way, a man came. And this man, he was not a scholar or a sheikh or a judge who came to him to give him strength. A simple Bedouin who hardly knows anything, even reading or writing, he came up to him and he said, Ya Imam, I hear that you have been summoned to say that the Quran is created. Ya Imam, stand strong, never say these words. Imam Ahmad said, this is support from Allah, and he was brought for the Khalif. Fasting. But soon after, Khalifa, he died, and Khalifa he came, he asked, what is this? And as soon as he found out, he released Imam Ahmad. And the Khalifa, he said the Mu'tazila and refused. And this Imam has shown you why you're wrong. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd just like to conclude here. وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Remind the believers even if they had heard before. May Allah allow us to take beneficial lessons from Imam Ahmad, and may Allah grant us all Jannatul Firdaus.